a small collection of forgotten papers, hidden away for years, read by a few powerful people, ignored by many. But when these documents finally became known, they changed the future of an entire nation. They revealed disagreements, fears, ambitions, and decisions that shape the world we live in today. Because sometimes history is not changed by armies on battlefields. Sometimes it changes because someone writes a few powerful words on a piece of paper. This is the story of the secret documents that influenced the birth, survival, and transformation of a nation. Documents that were hidden, debated, misunderstood, and sometimes revealed decades later. And behind every page was a question. Could a single document change the destiny of millions? The answer would become one of the most fascinating lessons in history. The story begins during one of the most important moments in modern history, the creation of the United States. In the 18th century, 13 British colonies existed along the eastern coast of North America. For years, many colonists lived under British rule. At first, the relationship between the colonies and Britain was complicated but manageable. However, tensions began increasing. Many colonists believed they were being controlled by a government across the ocean that did not fully represent them. Disputes over taxation, trade laws, and political authority created growing frustration. Eventually, the disagreement became a movement. And behind that movement were documents that would change history forever. One of the most famous was the Declaration of Independence. On July 4th, 1776, representatives of the 13 colonies approved a document announcing that they were separating from British rule. The words written on that paper were revolutionary. They argued that governments existed because of the people they governed. They introduced ideas about rights, freedom, and political equality that would influence future generations. But the Declaration was not just a statement. It was a challenge to one of the most powerful empires on Earth. Signing that document was a dangerous decision. The people who put their names on it understood that failure could have serious consequences. They were not simply writing history. They were risking everything. The document became a symbol of independence. But the struggle to create a new nation was far from over. A war followed. The American Revolution lasted for years. Thousands fought. Many suffered. And the future of the new country remained uncertain. After victory against Britain, another important document shaped the nation's future, the United States Constitution. But before the Constitution existed, the new country faced serious problems. The first government system created under the Articles of Confederation was weak. The central government had limited power. Managing finances, trade, and national decisions became difficult. Many leaders worried that the new nation might not survive. So in 1787, delegates gathered in Philadelphia to discuss a solution. What happened inside that meeting became one of the most important political moments in history. The discussions were private. The doors were closed. The debates were intense. The delegates disagreed about power, representation, and the future structure of government. Eventually, they created the Constitution, a document designed to build a stronger government while limiting its authority. But the story of the Constitution also involved secrecy. The debates were kept private because leaders wanted honest discussions without outside pressure. When the final document was presented to the public, people argued over its meaning. Some believed it created a powerful government. Others feared it gave too much authority to national leaders. This disagreement created another important document, the Federalist Papers, written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay. These essays attempted to explain why the Constitution should be accepted. They were published under the name Publius rather than the authors' real names. The reason was simple. Anonymous writing allowed the ideas to be judged without immediate focus on the individuals behind them. These papers became some of the most influential political writings in American history. But not every important document came from moments of creation. Some came from moments of conflict. During the 20th century, secret government documents revealed decisions that changed how people viewed political power. One famous example was the Pentagon Papers. In the early 1970s, a classified government study about U.S. involvement in Vietnam was leaked to newspapers. The documents revealed that internal government assessments sometimes differed from public statements about the war. The publication created a major debate about government transparency, national security, and the public's right to know. The case reached the Supreme Court, which ruled in favor of allowing newspapers to publish the documents. The controversy changed the relationship between governments, journalists, and citizens. It raised a question that continues today. How much should governments keep secret, and how much should people know? This question has appeared throughout history. Secret documents often exist because governments need privacy while making decisions. Diplomatic negotiations, military plans, and sensitive discussions are sometimes hidden for security reasons. But secrecy can also create distrust when important information remains hidden from the public. That is why documents are so powerful. They preserve decisions. They reveal thoughts. They show what leaders knew at specific moments in time. A speech can inspire people. A battle can change borders. But a document can quietly influence generations. Some of history's most important turning points began with words written on paper. The Magna Carta changed ideas about the relationship between rulers and citizens. The Declaration of Independence inspired movements around the world. The Constitution created a framework that continues to shape American government. The Pentagon Papers changed debates about transparency and accountability. Each document tells a story about power. But perhaps the most fascinating part is what happens before the world sees them. The conversations, the disagreements, the decisions made behind closed doors. History often shows the final result, but documents allow us to see the journey. They reveal the uncertainty behind famous moments. They show that leaders were not always confident. They faced doubts. They made difficult choices. And sometimes a few pages could determine the future of millions. The secret documents that change nations remind us that history is not only created by famous figures, it is also created by ideas, by arguments, by decisions recorded in ink. A document may appear ordinary, just paper and words, but sometimes those words carry the weight of an entire nation. They can inspire revolutions, create governments, expose hidden decisions, and change the direction of history forever. The next time you see an old document displayed in a museum, remember, you are not looking at simple paper. You are looking at a moment when someone made a choice that may have changed the world. Because behind every great nation, there are stories of people who wrote, debated, and decided what the future would become. And sometimes the most powerful weapon in history was not a sword. It was a pen. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden documents that shaped history, subscribe to TalvixStories. Here we explore forgotten missions, secret operations, untold battles, remarkable people, and the incredible true stories hidden behind history, because the greatest moments in history are often shaped by the secrets no one saw.